Hello, my friend. How are you? I hope you're having a fabulous day. But if you're watching this at nighttime, it might be nighttime, depending on when you're tuning in. So in case we've just met, I am Heather and I am a coach, and this is my Build a Better Business series. And I first always want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for tuning in and taking a moment to check out this series. I hope you're finding them useful. I mean, I do try to find a way to help you be more successful. I release a brand new episode every Wednesday with ideas and tips and strategies, anything that might be useful in you running your business. And hey, if you subscribe to my channel, then you won't miss any. Plus, I would be super grateful. Now, if you have just discovered all this gold in this series, where the heck have you been? I'm kidding. I'm super happy that you have found them, and I want to encourage you to go back and check out some of the previous ones to see if there's something that you've missed that you might find helpful, right? And I am always looking forward to hearing from you. I always want to know your thoughts and ideas, so feel free to pop me a comment in the comment box, or a question, or just anything at all. I do read and respond to them all personally, so go for it. What are you thinking about? I do really want to know. Now, are you ready to dive into this week? So this week, I was scrolling through, yes, I do sometimes get caught in the scroll. I was scrolling through some social media posts, and I was noticing kind of a common theme, some conversations that were going on, and I wasn't even involved in these ones. I just happened to notice them. And I heard things like, if I had known what I was going to get into, I would have been more prepared. Or, if I had known I couldn't do it all alone, I would have planned differently. Or I also saw, if I had known what I know now, I would have made less mistakes. It's probably one a lot of us say, just in life in general. But believe it or not, I even saw one comment that said they had wished they had known there were business coaches when they first started their business, since it would have saved them a ton of money and especially stress. Yeah, I kind of had to add that one in, right? So let's say you're at the beginning of your business, right? There's a lot of things you can do that will help you set you up for success. And not doing them doesn't necessarily mean you're going to fail, but it might make your journey a whole lot rougher, bumpier, harder to get going if you don't do some of the setup stuff in the beginning. So when you choose to go into business for yourself, let me just start by saying you're never going to know absolutely everything. There's just no way you can do that. And nobody can, right? There's no way for everybody to know everything there is to know. And I mean, look at 2020. There's no amount of preparation or planning ahead that would have said, hey, there's going to be a crazy global pandemic this year that's going to affect every business on the planet and the whole world, and you should get ready for that. It's just not going to happen. And also, you should never let that unknown part of business stop you from going into business. Okay, don't let that fear stop you. I mean, if you wanted to know absolutely everything that might occur on any given day in your life, you would never even leave your house, right? So there's always a level of things you're not going to know. But there are things you can set up in advance to make sure that when things start taking off, you aren't overwhelmed and that you keep on that track to success. So one of the first things you really need to do is to take a moment. It doesn't have to be days and days and days. Take a moment and decide what you want your business to look like down the road. So whether you're at day one or, day 101 or 3001, stop and imagine where you're going. What is the business going to look like when you are up and running, and where you want your business to go, right? What are you envisioning for your business? It's not going to look like that on day one. How big is it? Does it have employees? How much work do you do personally on a day-to-day basis? How much money does it make? Everything you can think of to make that image clear on what you want from your business, what you want your business to look like. Try to get a really good idea of what that is. Now, I know what you're saying. I hear a lot of the yeah buts, but hold on, just press pause for a moment. Just take a moment and actually let yourself daydream and let yourself get a vision of what your business is going to be. I know it's not necessarily what it is today, but we're looking into the future. So it's kind of like we're looking to where we're going. You know how I love a good roadmap. I may have mentioned that before. So now when you get that clear in your head, here's the thing that you want to do. So you want to set up your business on day 1 or whatever day you're on. And you want to set it up today the way you want it to be running at year 10. And yeah, I said set it up on day 1 the way you want it on day 10. So that means be the way you want your business to be from the very first, from the time you open your doors. And all of this is brand new, but you already know what you want it to be. So do this as best as you can with your current vision, which is going to evolve. It's going to change over time. I get it. That's fine. None of these plans are written in stone. But today you have an idea of what you want your business to look like. So start today as if you're there, as if you're already at that place where you want your business to be. Doing this will 100% avoid the I wish I knew syndrome, because it's going to help you put things into place and ensure you've thought ahead. So when something comes up, you can say, oh yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I knew something like this might happen, so I'm ready. So let's think about that. What do you need in place to support that successful business that you're running in the future? That doesn't mean you need to go out and hire 25 employees. But if your business needs staff or is going to need staff, then right now, in the present, you're going to start considering who you're going to hire when it's time for you to hire. You're going to already know what the type of people are that you might need, what they're going to be doing. You can start a list even somewhere of jobs that you're going to need down the road, stuff that you're going to expect to have added as you start to grow. So when you get there, you're already going to know who the perfect person is that you're looking for. You're not going to have to try and invent and say, I think I need someone. What do I need? You're already going to know. And another thing, instead of running on a stuck together series of back of the napkin scratchings, I've done it myself, and the little scratchings and the cash in your personal account, set up your business as a real business. Separate it from your personal accounts. By the way, this will make your life easier at tax time too. Remember those tax videos way back in February? So don't go yet. So go and open your bank accounts that will only be used for business. Get a separate credit card that you're only going to use for your business. Maybe even want to consider incorporating a limited liability corporation. You'll see LLC thrown around everywhere. This is going to depend on your business. Like, it's valid for some and not really all that great for others. But look into it. Ask an accountant, ask a lawyer, ask for opinion. Check out what's the norm in your industry. See if it's something you are going to wish you had done when you get further down the road. Now, the bank accounts, I'm going to just put a little caveat here. They don't necessarily have to be business accounts, and the credit card doesn't necessarily have to be a business credit card. I have found in the past for my own business, when you put business onto an account, they charge you crazy fees. May not still be the case, but you can simply have a regular bank account and a regular credit card that you only use for business, and that will, in your mind anyway, separate those out, right? So that's only business. And even if you're a subcontractor, so I'm going to talk a little bit to probably some massage therapists out there who are working as subcontractors, but they act like they're employees. So you're working for someone else, but you are still, even if you're a subcontractor, you are a business. So treat it like a business. And if you treat it like a business, you'll be further ahead when you get down the road, especially if you ever decide that you want to stop working for someone else in someone else's clinic and take that next step and start working for yourself. Best decision I ever made. Next thing, if you don't have it yet, get your web domain. Even if you're a subcontractor, get a web domain, because your customers often are looking for you. Customers, clients, patients, all of those people, they're looking for you. Even if you work in another clinic. So I've worked in several clinics, they were searching for me. So I needed to have my own website. And I'm surprised by how often just having a website is a bottleneck for a lot of entrepreneurs that I've worked with. They were agonizing about what domain name to use. What if it's not the perfect name? What do I put on my website? What if I decide to change something later? All of that may or may not happen. But if you don't have a domain, you don't have a web presence, and nobody can find you. And you need to let people to find you, especially these days, everything is online. So if you don't have a website, even just use your name. No one will be able to find you if you don't have a website. Maybe just get your name, At the very least, put a little placeholder page that lets people know what you do and where to contact you. Easy, super easy. Another thing, actually, that will help you in the long run is to find a mentor. So this doesn't have to be a formal arrangement, signing contracts, and the person might not even know you. You may have someone in your industry that you look up to, that you aspire to. You can use them and their experiences to help you see what might be on the road ahead for you. You can check out their webpage. Do they do a blog? Do they do a podcast? Do they do videos? Maybe they wrote a book. It can be anything really, but a little bit of caution here. Don't try to be your mentor. Don't try to be that person. Don't copy their business. You can always get lessons and apply them to your business, but your business should always be a reflection of you, because you are you and no one else. And like a lot of things, you don't actually know what's going on behind the scenes of this person's business. So if you ever got into it and looked around, you might think, no, not really for me, right? So use your mentor for lessons, stuff they've learned on the way, but make your business 100% your business. And if there are, of course, other things to consider, like lots of other things to consider, but the last one I'm going to talk about today, or we can be here all day, since of course I would be totally remiss if I didn't mention coaching. Now, I was listening to a podcast recently, and the person running the podcast was making an interesting distinction that I hadn't actually thought of before. So in the business world, you'll find there's people out there who describe themselves as consultants, and there's people who describe themselves as coaches, right? And wherever you are in your journey, you might need one or the other, or maybe a combination. And you might be thinking, what do I mean? Well, I'll tell you. So consultants, if you haven't had a lot of experience with consultants or encountered them, they're traditionally people who have a specialty, they're really good at something, and you hire them to do it. And that just removes it from your to-do list and it just gets done. For example, something like web design, copywriting, Facebook ads, taxes. The thing with a consultant is that it gets done, but you don't understand anything that happened, right? You don't have any understanding of what the inside of that thing is. They just do it for you. But at some point, it may be important for you to know how that thing works. Beyond, in a car, I put the gas in the here and I press the pedal and it goes. At some point, you might want to know, oh, the oil light's on. That means I should do this, right? So then on the other side, so you have the consultant. On the other side, you have a coach who helps you get clarity, helps you get focus around your goals, helps you with ideas, helps you get action steps towards the goals, helps you hold yourself accountable to reach your goals. See, all of that is about you. They don't do it for you. In fact, they cannot do it for you. A coach cannot dream your dreams for you. A coach doesn't do for you. They just help you. They help you see where you're going. But what they do have, what a good coach has, is knowledge and experience in the background to help you so that they can maybe highlight where some of these stumbling blocks are, support you in getting where you're going. But it's you in the driver's seat is what I'm trying to say. So then there's coaches who are a little bit of both. Someone who, they probably won't take something and do it for you the way a consultant does, but they could teach you how to do it so you could do it for yourself. Something a little more technical than just the coaching goal setting side, right? Someone who knows some of the nitty-gritty stuff. Take you through it, support you in your learning of it, make sure those things are integrated into your goals and support and help you get your forward momentum. So this is my own personal definition, but when I think of a business coach, I think of a person with a business background who's not going to do it for you, but has done it for themselves and has done it long enough that they know they can teach you the basics that you need for running your business, and then teach you the coaching side to help you and get you to your future self. That plan you have for your business in the future, where you can say, there was a ton of stuff and we figured it out, but there were fewer surprises and bumps along the way, and look at my awesome business, right? So when you are visioning your business at different points, you might need one or a combination of these. You might need a consultant sometimes. You might need a combo at sometimes. You might just need a coach sometimes. But thinking ahead will prepare you, thinking about what do I need right now. So doing that pre-work will help you get your vision clear to get the business set up like a business. Get the support you need. It'll definitely help you avoid the I wish I had or I wish I knew to some extent. Now, my friend, go out there and be amazing. Oh, one last thing before I go. I almost forgot. I have a beta course launching in January, mid-January, and I'm going to accept 10 founding circle members to work through the latest Be the Boss, Avoid the Loss bootcamp. So this course is going to be weekly teaching you how to set up, speaking of how to set up and master the financial back end of your business so that you get up and running your business instead of having your business run you. If you are interested, I'll leave a link for the page, the sign up page, to be one of the first people who gets notified. It's not officially launched yet. I'm just giving you the heads up. It's going to be an amazing course and I would love to see you there. Okay, that's it. As always, my friend, if you need help getting clarity, reach out to me. I would be happy to get you going to that place you're working toward. Thank you for tuning in. Once again, if you wanted to check out anything we talked about previously, you can always go back and check out the previous episodes, any that you missed, to make sure you don't miss any. Remember, click that subscribe button, and I would really appreciate it if you shared this with someone that you think would find it helpful. We're in a decade, I feel like it's decade. This year now, I feel like we just need to send some helping hands out to people, right? Who's hoping 2021 will be much better? Okay, once again, I'm Heather. I'm a business coach. I am the owner of Prosperity Flow Coaching. I'll check in again with you next week. Until then, my friend, take care of yourself, and I will see you soon.